हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम। आज हम यहाँ पे जनरल अवेयरनेस के बैंकिंग के क्वेश्चन देखेंगे, जिसमें अपन यहाँ पे 4 टॉपिक्स अपन ने सिलेक्ट किए। सॉरी, 3 टॉपिक यहाँ पे अपन ने सिलेक्ट किए और 3 टॉपिक मिला के अपन यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व कर रहे हैं। ओके, यहाँ पे टोटल है 100 क्वेश्चंस और 100 क्वेश्चंस फुल वॉच कीजिएगा। अपन ने इसके पहले भी देखे हैं। ओके, लेकिन जो 50 क्वेश्चंस थे वो डिफरेंट है और ये क्वेश्चन जो है वो डिफरेंट है। ओके, ये टोटल 100 क्वेश्चंस है जो 3 टॉपिक मिला के है। ओके, और थोड़े डिफरेंट क्वेश्चंस है ताकि एग्जाम में आ सकते हैं। ओके, तो फुल वॉच कीजिएगा। ओके, तो जिन्होंने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया वो सब्सक्राइब कर लो। ओके, क्योंकि ऐसे ही वीडियो अभी 2-3 डेज कंटिन्यू आएंगे, प्लस जीके प्लस कंप्यूटर प्लस क्यूटी के जो डीआई के क्वेश्चंस है। एंड देन उसके बाद में यहाँ पे अभी हो सकता है कल पॉसिबल हो सकता है कि मैं डिस्क्रिप्टिव पेपर भी यहाँ पे आपको बना के दूं, कि जो इंग्लिश का डिस्क्रिप्टिव टेस्ट है जिसमें ऐसे और लेटर राइटिंग का पेपर है, उसके मैं कुछ टॉपिक्स आपको बता दूं या फॉर्मेट बताऊंगा यहाँ पे कि कैसी फॉर्मेट में अपने को क्या लिखना है, कैसी लेटर को राइट करना है, ये सारी चीजें मैं वहां पे बताऊंगा। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं अपन। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे देखिए क्या है। व्हाट इज द प्राइमरी एम ऑफ प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना। ओके, तो यहाँ पे प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना का मेन कंसेप्ट क्या था? टू प्रमोट फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन बाय प्रोवाइडिंग बैंकिंग सर्विस टू द अनबैंक्ड पॉपुलेशन। ठीक है, देखिए प्रधानमंत्री जन धन aim at expanding financial inclusion by providing basic banking services to unbanked to the household in India. Okay, next, second, the Financial Action Task Force, okay, FATF, was established to combat what type of financial crime? तो आंसर है मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग एंड terrorist funding. Okay, देखिए FATF was created to set international standard and promote policies that protect global financial system from money laundering and terrorist financing. ये जो एक्सप्लेनेशन है ये आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट काम में आने वाला है। क्यों? क्योंकि उसके रिलेटेड जितने भी क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे वो सारी चीजें आपको इनडायरेक्टली पता चल, क्योंकि ये जो टॉपिक्स है ये अपन रट नहीं सकते। सिंपल सी बात है, इसको कितना भी चाहो तो तुम रट नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि इसकी वैल्यू जो होगी वो हर बार चेंज होती जाएगी। मतलब जीके जो है वो वेरिएबल है, उसकी वैल्यू हर बार चेंज होगी ही होगी। इसलिए यहाँ पे कंसेप्ट को याद रखो और कंसेप्ट के हिसाब से अपने को क्या करना है, उसको क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करना है। ओके, नेक्स्ट, थर्ड। अब देखो यहाँ पे बोला है कि विच टाइप ऑफ फॉलोइंग फीचर इज मुद्रा स्कीम लॉन्च बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। तो मुद्रा स्कीम का कंसेप्ट क्या था? इट ऑफर फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंट टू माइक्रो यूनिट्स फॉर नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंड नॉन फॉर्म सेक्टर। ओके, देखिए द मुद्रा स्कीम प्रोवाइड फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट टू माइक्रो यूनिट in non-corporate and non-farm sector, focusing on promoting entrepreneurship in this area. Okay, next, fourth, in India the statutory liquidity ratio means SLR is regulated by, देखिए यहाँ पे 4 ऑप्शन है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, सेबी, आरबीआई एंड आईबीए। तो आंसर है आरबीआई। ठीक है, देखिए आरबीआई रेगुलेट एसएलआर विच रिक्वायर कमर्शियल बैंक to maintain minimum percentage of their net demand and time liability in the form of liquid asset like cash, government securities and gold. Okay, next, fifth, which of the following is not a component capital adequacy ratio under the Basel III norm? तो आंसर है hybrid capital. Okay, देखिए Basel III regulation define car with components like tier 1 capital, equity capital, that is tier 2 capital means subordinate debt, but hybrid capital is not considered the standard car म्हणजे CAR calculation, मतलब capital equity ratio. Okay, next, 6, the banking obduction refers to the offers to resolve complaints related to, यहाँ पे है banking service and grievance against the bank. ठीक है, देखिए the banking ombudsman is grievance redressal mechanism to address complaint related to banking service including issue with account, loan and bank policies. Okay, next, seventh, under the RBI monetary policy framework, the monetary policy instance can be classified into the following. तो आंसर है यहाँ पे expansionary and contractionary and neutral. ठीक है, देखिए RBI monetary policy stance can be classified as expansionary, promote growth, contractionary, control inflation, and neutral means maintain a balance. Okay, next, 8, in the context of banking, what does the term acronym RTGS stand for? तो ये भी पता है, रियल टाइम ग्रॉस सेटलमेंट। आरटीजीएस मतलब क्या होता है? रियल टाइम ग्रॉस सेटलमेंट। ठीक है, देखिए It is a system for large volume, real-time electronic fund transfer. It ensures that fund off happens immediately in real time on the gross basis without bundling. Okay. Next 9. What is the full form of CRR in banking? तो CRR मतलब होता है कैश रिजर्व रेशियो. ठीक है, देखिए CRR is a percentage of commercial bank total reserve that must be kept in the form of cash with the central bank, which help the central bank to control the money supply. Okay. Next, nth, which of the following is a significant feature of National Payment Corporation of India (NPCI)? तो इसका आंसर जो है वो है इट ऑपरेट डिजिटल पेमेंट सिस्टम लाइक यूपीआई एंड आईएमपीएस. ठीक है, देखिए NPCI is responsible for promoting digital payment system in India, including UPI means Unified Payment Interface and IMPS Immediate Payment Service. Okay. Next, 11th. In the context of RBI policy, the term repo rate refers to the repo rate मतलब क्या होता है यहाँ पे the rate at which commercial bank borrow from RBI. देखिए repo rate is a rate by at which the RBI lend short term money to commercial bank typically against the government securities. Okay. Next, 12. What is the main function of Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation? Okay, तो इसका आंसर है इट प्रोवाइड इंश्योरेंस फॉर डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ द बोथ बैंक कस्टमर. ओके, देखो DICGC इंश्योर डिपॉजिट इन इंडियन बैंक providing protection up to 5 lakh per depositor per bank in the case of bank failure. Okay. Next, 13. Which of the following is a significant banking service provided by the Bharat Bill Payment System? ओके, तो भारत बिल पेमेंट सिस्टम जो होता है वो क्या होता है बिल पेमेंट अक्रॉस द इंडिया. देखो BBPS is centralized bill payment system that facilitate payment for utilities such as electricity, water, gas, etc. on the across India. Okay. Next, 14. Which of the following represent scheduled bank under the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934? Answer है any bank that is included in the second schedule of the RBI Act. ठीक है, देखिए scheduled bank, all those bank are listed under the second schedule. Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 are eligible for borrowing from the RBI. Next, 15. What is Basel II framework primary focus on? तो Basel II मतलब क्या होता है रिस्क मैनेजमेंट एंड कैपिटल एडिक्वेंसी होता है. ठीक है, देखें Basel II focus on ensuring the bank hold enough capital to cover risk they face, primary covering credit risk, market risk and operational risk. Okay. Next, 16. The Security and Exchange Board of India means SEBI was established to, इसके लिए एस्टेब्लिश हुआ रेगुलेट द स्टॉक मार्केट एंड प्रोटेक्ट इन्वेस्टर इंटरेस्ट. ओके, देखिए SEBI was established to regulate the security market and ensure transparency and protect investor interested in India. Okay. Next, 17. The term Tobin tax, okay, is associated with which financial activity? तो ये है टैक्स ऑन फॉरेन करेंसी ट्रांजैक्शन, Tobin. ओके, देखिए Tobin is a tax on foreign currency transaction proposed by economist James Tobin to curb a speculative trading in foreign exchange market. Next, 18. The Bharat Malya Committee was set up to, तो इसके लिए investigate case of bank loan defaulters. देखिए the committee was set up to investigate large scale loan default, particularly from business sector including high profile defaulters. Okay. Next, 19. The debt recovery tribunals, okay, was established for the purpose of settling dispute between the bank and borrowers. Okay, देखा DRT were established to expedite the recovery process from bank when borrowers default on loan to handle the related dispute. Okay. Next, 20. The Indian Depository Receipt means IDR is a is a financial instrument allowing foreign companies to raise fund in Indian market. देखिए यहाँ पे लिखा है IDR are instrument through which foreign company can raise capital in Indian market, making it easier for investor to trade in foreign. Next, 21. Which of the following is the primary objective of Financial Stability and Development Council in India? तो आंसर है to oversee the functioning of financial market and ensure financial stability. Okay. Next, 22. In the context of banking, ALM stand for the ALM मतलब होता है asset and liability management. ठीक है, देखिए ALM refers to the strategic management of assets and liability, ensure a bank profitability while maintaining its financial stability by managing risk associated with liquidity, interest rate, and currency fluctuation. Okay. Next, 23rd. What is the full form of PMAY? So means scheme launch in India to provide affordable housing. तो यहाँ पे है प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना, PMAY, प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना. ठीक है, देखो, it is a government initiative in providing affordable housing to urban or rural poor by offering subsidies at home loan and promoting affordable housing construction. Okay. Next, 24. In the context of Basel III norm, what is the minimum requirement for common equity tier 1 means CET1 capital ratio for bank? तो आंसर है 7%. ठीक है, देखिए यहाँ पे जो है under the Basel III, bank are required to maintain minimum CET1 capital ratio means 7% to ensure their financial stability. This include 4.5 minimum requirement and additional 2.5 for conservation buffers. Okay. Next, 25. What does the term securitization, okay, refers in banking finance? तो आंसर है the process of pooling financial assets and creating securities backed by those assets. देखो, securitization is the process of converting liquid asset such as loan and receivable into transferable security by pooling them together, issuing the bond backed by this asset. Okay. Next, 26. द कैपिटल मार्केट रेगुलेटर इन इंडिया, तो आंसर है सेबी. ओके, देखिए द सिक्योरिटी एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया इन द कैपिटल मार्केट regulator is Indian responsible for protecting investors, regulating the securities market, and ensuring the growth of the stock market. Okay. Next, 27. The term financial inclusion refers to, the financial inclusion मतलब क्या होता है? Ensuring that all individuals, especially in rural area, have access to basic financial services. उसको बोलते हैं financial inclusion. Okay. Next, 28. Which of the following is not a feature of राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना? तो यहाँ पे आंसर है, यहाँ पे it cover outpatient treatment for chronic disease. देखिए यहाँ पे राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस for BPL families and cover patients hospitalization expenses but does not cover outpatient treatment for the chronic disease. Okay. Next, 29. What is function of National Finance Promoting Authority NFRA? Okay, इसका आंसर है to promote and enforce accounting standard and auditing practice. Okay, देखिए NFRA is responsible for enforcing high quality accounting and auditing standard in India, overseeing the conduct of investor to ensure the integrity of financial reporting. Next, 13. In the term of monetary policy, the cash reserve ratio means CRR is responsible to, इसके लिए responsible होता है to maintain liquidity in banking system. Okay, देखिए CRR is used by the RBI to control the money supply and liquidity in banking system. By altering the CRR, the RBI can allow they'll control how much money bank can lend out. Okay. Next, 31. What is NPA full form in the context in banking? तो NPA मतलब होता है non performing asset. Okay, देखिए NPA refers to loan or advances where borrower he failed to make required payment for specified period, usually 90 days. It is a critical indicator for bank's financial health. Next, 32. Which of the following scheme offers life insurance coverage under the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana? तो आंसर है यहाँ पे A 2 lakh life cover for annual premium of ₹330. Okay, देखिए PM JJBY offers life cover of ₹2 lakh at the premium 330 per year to people between 18 to 15 years. Next, 33. The Bharat interface for money means BHIM app is primarily used for, तो ये किसके लिए होता है? मोबाइल बैंकिंग सर्विस यूजिंग यूपीआई. ओके, देखिए BHIM is mobile application that enables user to make real-time payment using the unified payment interface means UBI, facilitated easy money transfer and bill payment. Okay. Next, 34. In the context of banking, what does the credit default swap primary involve? तो आंसर है यहाँ पे फाइनेंशियल डेरिवेटिव यूज टू ट्रांसफर क्रेडिट रिस्क फ्रॉम वन पार्ट टू अनदर. देखिए CDS is a type of derivatives that allow one party transfer of risk credit by defaulter to borrower to another party, typically in the form of conduct. Next, 35. The term hedge fund refers to, तो hedge fund मतलब क्या होता है? A fund that use aggressive strategies including leverage and derivatives to generate high return. Okay. Next, 35. What is loan to value ratio in the context of home loan? तो आंसर है the ratio of the loan amount to the value of property being purchased. देखो LTV, okay, means loan to value is an important metric used by banker to determine the risk of loan. It is also the ratio of loan amount to appraised value of property being financed. Okay. Next, 37. Which of the following is a main goal of National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development? NABARD. तो आंसर है to promote rural development through financial services and support agriculture enterprises. Okay. देखिए NABARD is primary focus on development of rural economy by providing financial support for agriculture development, rural enterprises, and also promote infrastructure in rural area. Next, 38. What is the full form of RTGS and what is the main feature in banking? तो RTGS का फुल फॉर्म जब भी अपन ने देखा रियल टाइम ग्रॉस सेटलमेंट, बराबर है. अब ये क्या करता है? किसके लिए यूज होता है? सेटल ट्रांजैक्शन और रियल टाइम बेसिंग विदाउट नेटिंग. ओके, मींस इमीडिएट क्या करता है? वो अकाउंट को सेटल करता है, उसको बोलते हैं अपन यहाँ पे RTGS. ओके. नेक्स्ट, 39. What is the primary purpose of Financial Action Task Force (FATF)? तो इसका आंसर है to promote money laundering and financing of terrorism. Okay, देखिए, it is an international body that work combat money laundering and financing of terrorism by setting standard and promoting effective implementation of legal, regulatory, and operations measure. Okay. Next, 40. The GIC means government securities are issued by which of the following in India? तो आंसर है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. देखिए गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज GIC are issued by Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and considered as a safe investment option for investor. Okay. Next, 41. The Mudra scheme launched by Government of India stands for the Micro Unit Development and Refines Agency. Okay, देखिए क्या बोला है? Mudra is a scheme launched to provide loan to micro and small enterprises, facilitating their growth and development with refinancing option to financial institution for the same. Okay. Next, 42. इन बैंकिंग द स्प्रेड रेफर्स टू, यहाँ पे स्प्रेड रेफर्स टू मतलब क्या होता है? द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द इंटरेस्ट रैपिड पेड ऑन डिपॉजिट एंड रेट ऑफ चार्ज ऑन लोन. देखिए स्प्रेड इन बैंकिंग रेफर्स टू द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट चेंज एंड ऑन लोन एंड रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट पेड ऑन डिपॉजिट. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट मेजर ऑफ बैंक प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी. ओके. नेक्स्ट, 43. Which of the following is not a function of Reserve Bank of India? आंसर है regulating stock market transaction. ओके, बाकी जो है formulating monetary policy, issuing currency note and regulating stock market managing the currency foreign exchange reserve. तो जो regulating stock market transaction है वो यहाँ पे enable नहीं है, ये फंक्शन नहीं है, क्योंकि ये जो फंक्शन है किसका फंक्शन है? सेबी का फंक्शन है. ओके, ठीक है. तो ये जो फंक्शन है किसका फंक्शन है? यहाँ पे रेगुलेशन ऑफ स्टॉक मार्केट, ये जो है सेबी का फंक्शन है, रिजर्व बैंक का फंक्शन नहीं है. ओके. Next 44. What is the full form of IFSC code in banking system? तो IFSC मतलब इंडियन फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम कोड. ओके, इंडियन फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम कोड जो होता है वो अल्फा न्यूमेरिक कोड होता है, आइडेंटिफाई करता है ब्रांचेस को. ओके, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पेमेंट एंड फंड ट्रांसफर के लिए अपन उसका यूज करते हैं. ओके, नेक्स्ट 45. Which of the following financial product is typically associated with asset management company? मतलब AMC. तो आंसर है म्यूचुअल फंड. ओके, देखिए, the mutual fund means AMC asset management company are primary deal with the mutual fund where they pool fund from investor to invest in various securities like stock, bond and other instruments. Okay, next 46. द बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट क्या दिया है? द बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट BOP रिकॉर्ड्स. तो यहाँ पे है ऑल फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन बिटवीन द कंट्री एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ वर्ल्ड. ये काम करता है यहाँ पे बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट. देखिए, द बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट रिकॉर्ड ऑल इकोनॉमिक ट्रांजैक्शन बिटवीन द कंट्री एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इंक्लूडिंग ट्रेड, इन्वेस्टमेंट, लोन एंड रेमिटेंस. ओके, नेक्स्ट 47. Which of the following प्रधानमंत्री कौशल विकास योजना एम एट? तो प्रधानमंत्री कौशल विकास योजना मतलब प्रमोटिंग स्किल एंड डेवलपमेंट अमॉन्ग यूथ. देखिए, PMKVY is a government initiative aimed at providing skill development and certification to youth, enabling them to improve their employability. Okay, next 48. What is the full form of CRR in the context of Indian banking? तो क्या इसका रेशियो है? कैश रिजर्व रेशियो. ओके, देखिए, the CRR is the minimum percentage of commercial bank total deposit that must hold the form of reserve, either cash or with the Reserve Bank of India. Next 49. The Indian Infrastructure Finance Company Limited, okay, IIFCL, is established to. तो आंसर है provide long term financial assistance for infrastructure project. ओके, देखो, IIFCL provide a long term loan and financial assistance to infrastructure project in India, supporting the various development key sectors such as energy, transportation and urban development. Okay, नेक्स्ट 50. द फिस्कल डेफिसिट. फिस्कल डेफिसिट का एक क्वेश्चन तो आएगा ही आएगा पक्का. ओके, देखिए, द फिस्कल डेफिसिट मतलब क्या होता है? द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर एंड रेवेन्यू, टोटल रेवेन्यू एक्सक्लूडिंग बोरोइंग. ओके, देखिए, फिस्कल डेफिसिट रिप्रेजेंट द गैप बिटवीन द गवर्नमेंट टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर एंड इट्स टोटल रेवेन्यू एक्सक्लूडिंग बोरोइंग. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इंडिकेटर ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. ओके, नेक्स्ट 51. Which of the following institution is responsible for implementing प्रधान मंत्री जन धन योजना? तो ये आंसर है रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. ओके, देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड बाय द रिजर्व बैंक in collaboration with other stakeholders to ensure financial inclusion, providing access to banking service for unbanked population. Okay, next 52. The term Eurobond refers to bond issued in. तो Eurobond मतलब होता है a currency that the currency other than the currency of issuing country. Okay, देखो, Eurobond are the bond aimed at currency different from the issuer home currency. They are usually issued in international market and dominated in the foreign currencies. Okay, next 53. The consumer price index, यहाँ पे दिया कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स CPI इज अ मेजर ऑफ. तो इसके लिए क्या करते हैं? द एवरेज चेंज इन प्राइस ऑफ कंज्यूमर गुड एंड सर्विस. ओके, देखिए, CPI मेजर द एवरेज चेंज ओवर द टाइम इन द प्राइस ऑफ बास्केट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विस दैट आर टिपिकली कंज्यूम्ड बाय हाउसहोल्ड, हेल्पिंग टू कीप ट्रैक इन्फ्लेशन. नेक्स्ट 54. What is the primary role of National Security Depository Limited NSDL in India? तो यहाँ पे है to facilitate the electronic settlement of security in the capital market. देखो, NSDL Security is a depository that facilitates the electronic settlement of securities, offering dematerialization service for share, bonds and other securities. Okay, next 55. In the context of financial market, what does T+2 signify? T+2 मतलब यहाँ पे देखो, a transaction settled in settlement in 2 days after the trade date. Okay, देखो, T2 is a settlement cycle where trade of securities, stock or bonds are settled in 2 business days after the trade date, ensuring fast settlement compared to the previous cycle like T3. ओके, जब आप शेयर मार्केट ओपन करते हो तो यहाँ पे कोई भी स्टॉक अगर परचेस करते हो तो वहां पे T2, T3 और T1 डेट लगता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट 56. The systematically import bank SIB, systematically import bank are those bank which are considered, तो यहाँ पे है too large and interconnected to fail without causing significant disruption to the economy. Okay, देखो SIB bank whose failure could pose a significant risk of stability of entire financial system such that they support stricter regulation. Okay, next 57. Which of the following term is related to the short term borrowing market? तो शॉर्ट टर्म मार्केट मतलब इनडायरेक्टली होता है ट्रेजरी बिल. ओके, देखिए ट्रेजरी बिल आर शॉर्ट टर्म सिक्योरिटीज इशूड बाय द गवर्नमेंट with maturity typically ranging from 91 days to 364 days. They are used by the government to raise fund for short borrowing. Next 58. The term sovereign risk refers to, तो sovereign risk मतलब क्या होता है? A country is defaulting on their national debt obligations. देखो, serving risk refers to the risk of that country will default on its debt. He be unable to meet financial obligation, leading a potential loss for bondholder or foreign investors. Okay. Next 59. What is the purpose of priority sector lending? Means PSL by bank in India. Answer is का to direct credit to sector that need financial support for national development. Okay, देखिए PSL is a banking mechanism where commercial bank are mandated to lend a certain percentage of total credit to priority sector like agriculture, deduction and housing, which are critical of our country development. Okay, next 60. The term Banking Code and Standard Board of India is responsible for ensuring transparency in banking sector and consumer protection. Okay, देखिए BCSBI is regulatory body that standard for bank and ensure that follow code of conduct to promote transparency and protect interest of customer in banking service. Okay, next 61. The term base rate refers to, the base rate मतलब क्या होता है? The minimum interest rate by commercial bank for loan. Okay, उसको बोलते हैं अपन base interest rate. Okay, next 62. The term economic survey of India is represented by which of the following? Answer है Ministry of Finance. Okay, the economic survey presented by the Ministry of Finance in India typically before the union budget to provide an overview of the country and its performance. Okay, next 63. In the context of foreign exchange reserve means SDR. okay, stands for, तो SDR मतलब होता है special drawing right. okay, देखिए SDR is a international reserve asset credited by the International Monetary Fund designed to supplement the official reserve of member countries. okay, next 64. अब यहाँ पे बोला है कि विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ की फीचर ऑफ रीपर्चेज एग्रीमेंट मींस रेपो. ओके, देखो द रेपो रेट का कंसेप्ट क्या है? अ शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोविंग इन्वॉल्विंग सेल ऑफ सिक्योरिटीज विथ एन एग्रीमेंट टू रीपर्चेज द देम एट हायर प्राइस. ओके, देखो रेपो इज अ शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग मैकेनिज्म वेयर सिक्योरिटीज आर सोल्ड विद द एग्रीमेंट to repurchase them in future date, typically a higher price, providing liquidity to seller. Next 65. अब यहाँ पे देखो 65 में क्या बोला है कि what is the function of Indian Repository Receipt means IDR. तो Indian Repository Receipt का concept क्या है? To allow Indian investor to invest in foreign stock. Okay, देखिए IDR is a financial instrument that allows Indian investor to invest in foreign companies stock, thereby providing way to gain exposure to international market without delay dealing to a foreign currency. Okay, next 66. The term prompt corrective action means PCA. क्या होता है? Prompt corrective action means क्या होता है? A framework is applied to which of the following in India? तो आंसर है bank that failed to meet the regulatory requirement of RBI. Okay, देखिए बैंक that fail meet to regulatory requirement of idea. देखो, to promote a corrective action means PCA. Okay, corrective framework is used by RBI to intervene and take corrective action when the bank fails to meet minimum regulatory. Okay, next 67. Which of the following term refers to the practice of using country own currency to settlement international trade transaction instead of replying US dollar or another foreign currency? तो आंसर है लोकल करेंसी सेटलमेंट. ठीक है, लोकल करेंसी सेटलमेंट refers to the practice of settling trade transaction in currencies of countries involved, thereby reducing reliance of third currencies such as US dollar. Okay, next 68. India external debt as a percentage of GDP is critical indicator of a country economic health and the ability to repay foreign obligations. Okay. Next, 69. The statutory liquidity ratio means SLR refers to the minimum percentage of commercial bank net demand time liability, okay, that need to maintain in government approved securities. Okay, देखिए SLR is the minimum percentage of commercial bank NDTL that must be kept in liquid government approved securities like bond, treasury bill and cash. Okay. नेक्स्ट 70. अब यहाँ पे बोला है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ कंसिडर्ड सिस्टमैटिकली इंपॉर्टेंट फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन मींस SIFI इन इंडिया. तो आंसर है अ कमर्शियल बैंक हुज फेलियर कुड डिस्टेबलाइज द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. ओके, देखिए अ सिस्टमैटिकली इंपोर्ट फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन मींस SIFI is an institution whose failure could cause significant disruption of financial system due to its size, complexity and interconnectedness with the other institutions. Next, 71. What is the primary function of Financial Stability and Development Council in India? तो आंसर है to cooperate and monitor a microprudential supervision of the economy. Okay, देखो FSDC is responsible for promoting financial stability and development, coordinating, overseeing the functioning of various financial regulatory bodies. Okay, next 72. In the context of Indian banking, what does the term non-performing assets means NPA means? तो इसका आंसर है a loan that has been classified as default due to non-payment of interest or principal for 90 days. Okay, देखिए non-performing asset means NPA is a loan or advance where borrower has failed to repay principal or interest for certain period, typically 90 days, lending to its classification as a bad loan. Okay, next 73. What is the main objective of financial inclusion in India? The answer is to ensure that affordable financial product and service reach the underprivileged and rural population. Okay, next 74. Which of the following counter cyclical monetary policy tool used by the central bank to combat inflationary pressure in the economy? Answer है raising the reserve repo rate. Okay, देखो raising the reserve repo rate is a tool used by central bank to absorb excess liquidity from banking system, which help to control inflationary pressure by tightening money supply. Okay, next. The term crowdfunding refers to the crowdfunding मतलब क्या होता है? It is a method of funding a project through small contribution from a large number of people. उसको बोलते हैं अपन crowdfunding. Okay, next 76. Exchange trade fund are primarily traded on the stock exchange. Okay, देखिए ETF are investment funds that are traded on the stock exchange, much like stock. They hold portfolio of assets such as stock, commodity or bonds and are designed to track performance on specific index or sector. Okay, next 77. What is the meaning of open market operation? OMO. तो ओपन मार्केट ऑपरेशन का कंसेप्ट क्या है? the sale of government security to commercial bank by the central bank to regulate liquidity. Okay, next 78. What is the meaning of repo rate? Okay, repo rate मतलब क्या होता है? A rate at which commercial bank borrows money from central bank by selling government securities. Okay, next 79. The term G security means government securities. ये अपने को पता ही है. G sec means government security context of financial market refers to. तो आंसर है government securities which are issued by the government to raise capital. Okay. Next 80. Which of the following true about the fiscal deficit? इसका तो क्वेश्चन आएगा ही आएगा. ओके, देखो फिजिकल डेफिसिट मतलब क्या होता है? इट इज अ कैलकुलेट एज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर एंड टोटल रेवेन्यू. ओके, नेक्स्ट 81. The International Financial Reporting Standard means IRFS is said by which of the organization? तो IFRS जो है वो इंटरनेशनल अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड मींस IASB. ओके, देखो IFRS is an international accounting standard issued by International Accounting Standard Board to standardize financial reporting across companies and countries globally. Next 82. The term quantitative easing, okay, QE refers to. तो quantitative easing मतलब क्या होता है? The practice of increasing the money supply by purchasing financial assets like bond to stimulate the economy. Okay. Next 83. The term banking system. What does CRR stand for? तो CRR मतलब क्या होता है? कैश रिजर्व रेशियो. ये क्वेश्चन जो है थोड़े करके ही जाना क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन आएंगे ही. ओके, नेक्स्ट 84. व्हाट डज द टर्म ओवरनाइट रेट? तो ओवरनाइट रेफर्स मतलब क्या होता है? इन द मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी द इंटरेस्ट रेट आर चार्ज फॉर ओवरनाइट लोन बिटवीन द बैंक. ओके, देखिए overnight rate is an interest rate charged by one bank to another for overnight loan. It is an important indicator for short term lending rates in the interbank market. Okay, next 85. The term Basel 3 refers to. Basel 3 अपन ने इसके पहले भी देखे रिस्क मैनेजमेंट को. ओके, और कैपिटल जो रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है उसको मैनेज करने का काम करता है Basel 3. देखो यहाँ पे वही लिखा है. A framework for global financial regulation designed to strengthen bank capital requirement and risk management. Okay, next 86. The fiscal responsibility and budget management. क्या है? Fiscal responsibility and budget management act in India mandate. So the government must gradually reduce fiscal deficit and manage public debt. उसके लिए अपन यूज करते हैं यहाँ पे fiscal responsibility and budget management. Okay, next 87. In India, the term priority sector lending PSL refers to credit extended to sector that are critical for economic, okay, country economic development like agriculture, education and housing. Next 88. What is nominal GDP? Nominal GDP मतलब क्या होता है? A total market value of all goods and service produced within a country measured at current prices without adjusting for inflation. Okay. Next 89. The term sovereign risk refers to the risks of a country failing to meet its debt obligation. Okay. Next 90. What does the LIBOR rate stand for in financial market? तो आंसर है लंदन इंटरबैंक ऑफर्ड रेट. ठीक है, देखो LIBOR interest rate is at which major global bank lends one another in short term international money market. It serves as a benchmark for many financial product worldwide. Okay, next 91. In the context of monetary policy, what does liquidity adjustment facility means? LAF. The liquidity adjustment facility क्या होती है? A facility provided by central bank to inject or absorb liquidity from banking system through the repo rate reserve operations. Okay, next 92. Which of the following is not an objective of World Trade Organization? तो आंसर है रेगुलेट इंटरेस्ट रेट एंड मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी. देखो बाकी अदर जो दिया है यहाँ पे डी छोड़ के, प्रमोट फ्री ट्रेड एंड रिड्यूस ट्रेड बैरियर, सेकंड दिया है रिजॉल्व ट्रेड एंड डिस्प्यूट बिटवीन कंट्रीज, थर्ड बोला है फैसिलिटी इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक, ये जो फर्स्ट थर्ड एक्टिविटी है ये काम करती है वर्ल्ड ट्रेड, लेकिन जो रेगुलेट इंटरेस्ट रेट एंड मॉनेटरी पॉलिसीज वो नहीं करती है। ओके, नेक्स्ट 93, the term NPA in the context of banking sector refers to non performing assets, ये भी हो चुका है, बराबर है। नेक्स्ट 94, which of the following is a key objective of goods and service tax in India? तो यहाँ पे है to create a single tax structure across the country by replacing multiple indirect taxes, बराबर है। देखिए GST is unified tax system introduced in India to replace multiple indirect taxes like as VAT, service tax, excise duty with a single tax, making the tax system more streamlined and efficient. Okay. Next 95, the term repo rate is rate at which, तो यहाँ पे होता है the commercial bank borrow money from Reserve Bank of India. Next 96, in the context of financial market, alpha refers to, तो alpha मतलब क्या होता है the excess return on an investment relative to the market. Okay, देखिए अल्फा जो होता है वो पॉजिटिव इंडिकेट करता है इन्वेस्टमेंट को हैज परफॉर्म आउट परफॉर्म इन द मार्केट। ओके, नेक्स्ट 97, अब यहाँ पे बोला है द बेसल 3 फ्रेमवर्क इज प्राइमरी कंसर्न, ये तो भी अपना हुआ है स्ट्रेटनिंग द रेगुलेशन सुपरविजन एंड रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इन बैंकिंग सेक्टर। ओके, नेक्स्ट थर्ड 98, इन फाइनेंशियल टर्मिनोलॉजी इक्विटी रेफर्स टू, द इक्विटी मतलब क्या आता है द ओनरशिप वैल्यू इन द कंपनी आफ्टर लायबिलिटी आर डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम असेट। ओके, उसको बोलते हैं अपन इक्विटी। नेक्स्ट 99, MCLR स्टैंड फॉर, MCLR मतलब मार्जिनल कॉस्ट ऑफ लेंडिंग रेट। ओके, देखिए MCLR कॉस्ट लेंडिंग रेट इज अ मिनिमम इंटरेस्ट रेट at which bank can lend to the customer. It is also calculated based on cost of fund from bank and used to determine interest rate of loan. Next 100, अब यहाँ पे बोला इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इंडियन बैंकिंग सिस्टम securitization and reconstruction of financial asset and enforcement security interest, देखो ओके एक्ट enables तो बैंक टू auction assets of defaulters to recover loan। ठीक है, देखिए it act as a financial institution to auction the assets of defaulter to recover unpaid loan without the invention of the court providing mechanism for quicker resolution। ओके, नेक्स्ट जो रहेगा वो इंपॉर्टेंट एंड एक्सपेक्टेड अपन एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करेंगे प्लस मॉक पेपर एंड देन इंग्लिश का पेपर भी मैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा बताऊंगा। तब तक के लिए थैंक यू।